Hey everyone, Kaitlin here. Welcome back to another episode of Baldwin Breakdowns, where we're looking at big concepts, big ideas, and lots of big feelings. And this week the concept is self-energy, which is a concept that I learned about through IFS, which is Internal Family Systems. I think I did a video on it, so I'll link that somewhere here. But self-energy isn't a new concept. It's something that's familiar or present in other cultures and religions as well. So it might also be known as chi in Chinese traditional cultures, or prana or kundalini in Hinduism. But today we'll be referencing it as self-energy. And so largely what I'm taking from for today is in this book, No Bad Parts, by Dr. Richard Schwartz. So let's get into it. Self energy is essentially the collective, like physical, embodied experiences that you will have when you are fully within the self. And so when I say the self, that's kind of meaning that there is this authentic core place in each of us. In other forms of psychotherapy, it might be known as the observing self or the authentic self. But essentially, it's this place where that is kind of really us at our core. And so the self is different than things that the self might experience, being like thoughts and feelings. So often as we go through our day, we are kind of very like run or hooked by or blended with these different thoughts and feelings and physical sensations that come up. And those are not part of the self. The self experiences those things. So self energy is what we feel physically and spiritually when we are fully within the self, and when we're not hooked and fused and blended with all of those thoughts and feelings and other experiences. So when we're in the self, it's really this heightened state of awareness. And so for me, it was kind of interesting learning about internal family systems and learning about the self, because it does really reference or call back to kind of like monks and how they live, and this like very zen-like quiet state, which I always kind of thought was unrealistic to achieve unless you are literally a monk. But if you connect with the self and if you have this self energy, then that's kind of literally what it ends up being. So you're going to know if you're in yourself if you have this very high state of awareness. And so you're very much in tune with what's going on internally and what's going on externally in the environment around you. You're going to have a quiet mind. So one thing that is a very clear distinction from the self is thoughts. And so if we catch ourselves being caught by thoughts or those kind of thinking parts of us, that means that we're not fully within the self. The self will have a very quiet mind. And we're also not distracted. So there may be things that we notice, but they don't distract and pull us and hook us. So again, we have that level of awareness, but we are not taken by anything that we notice or experience. Everything is kind of quiet and still, essentially. And so self energy, the actual kind of physical and spiritual things that we might experience, I've had clients describe it in different ways when I've done exercises with them to connect them to the self. Some people describe it as a feeling of like fullness and almost like you've kind of embodied and fully taken up the space within your body. A lot of times we're kind of walking through our days and we're very separated from our body. So you feel very, very much in your body and very full. There might be kind of a tingling or a vibrating sensation that comes along with it. So sometimes we feel this in our outer extremities, like in our fingers or our toes, but this just kind of feeling of literally energy coursing through your body. And there's also this state of calm that comes with self energy. So, and that ties into this piece about not having distractions, or not being distracted by what's around us. When we're within self energy, it very much feels like everything is okay. There's nothing that needs to be done, nothing that we need to rush or fix or change. It's just we are how we are, and we're okay and everything is okay. And I think if an overall feeling of safety comes along with being in that self energy. So that is self energy. If you guys want to have any input as to what topic I talk about next week in the next episode, make sure to follow my Instagram and Facebook pages, and I post the polls on the stories of those two platforms on Tuesdays of each week. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Bye.